Hello team, my name is Robert Biddle and today I will be going over the product life cycle theory. The product life cycle theory is an economic theory that was developed by Raymond Vernon in response to the failure of the Heckscher-Ohlin model to explain the observed pattern of international trade. The product life cycle is the process a product goes through from when it is first introduced into the market until it declines or is removed from the market. The life cycle has four stages: introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. Once a product has been developed, the first stage is the introduction stage. In this stage, the product is being released into the market. When a new product is released, it is often a high-stakes time in the product's life cycle. During the introduction stage, marketing and promotion are at a high, and the company often invests the most in promoting the product and getting it into the hands of the consumers. This is perhaps best seen in Apple's famous launch presentations, which highlights the new features of their newly or soon-to-be released products. It is in this stage that the company is able to get a sense of how consumers respond to the product, if they like it, and how successful it may be. However, it is often a very heavy spending period for the company with no guarantee that the product will pay for itself through sales. Costs are generally very high and there is typically little competition. The principal goal of the introduction stage is to build demand for the product and get it into the hands of the consumers, hoping to later cash in on its growing popularity. By the growth stage, consumers are already taking to the product and increasingly buying it. The product concept is proven and is becoming more popular, while sales are increasing. Other companies become aware of the product and its space in the market, which is beginning to draw attention and increasingly pull in revenue. If the competition for the product is especially high, the company may still heavily invest in advertising and promotion of the product to beat out competitors. As a result of the product growing, the market itself tends to expand. The product in the growth stage is typically tweaked to improve functions and features. As the market expands, more competition often drives prices down to make the specific products competitive. However, sales are usually increasing in volume and generating revenue. Marketing in this stage is aimed at increasing the product's market share. When a product reaches maturity, its sales tend to slow or even stop, signaling a large saturated market. At this point, sales can even start to drop. Pricing at this stage can tend to get competitive, signaling margin shrinking as prices begin failing due to the weight of outside pressures like competition or lower demand. Marketing at this point is targeted at feeding off competition, and companies will often develop new or altered products to reach different market segments. At the shakeout point, saturation is reached and sales volume is maxed out. Companies often begin innovating to maintain or increase their market share, changing or developing their product to meet with new demographics or developing technologies. The maturity stage may last a long time or a short time depending on the product. For some brands, the maturity stage is very drawn out, like Coca-Cola products. Although companies will generally attempt to keep the product alive in the maturity stage as long as possible, decline for every product is inevitable. In the decline stage, product sales drop significantly as there is less demand for the product. The company's product loses more and more market share, and competition tends to cause sales to deteriorate. Marketing in the decline stage is often minimal or targeted at already loyal customers, and prices are reduced. Eventually, the product will be retired out of the market unless it is able to redesign itself or remain relevant or in demand. For examples, products like typewriters, telegrams, and muskets are deep in their decline stage and in fact are almost or completely retired from the market already. A few examples of the product life cycle theory are the VCR. While many grew up watching or using a VCR, you'll be hard pressed to find one in anyone's homes these days, with streaming services such as Netflix, Amazon, and the interlude phase of the DVDs. VCR has been phased out and deep in the decline stage. With electric cars, the rise of electric vehicles shows more of a growth stage of the product life cycle. Companies like Tesla have been capitalizing on the growing product for years, although recent challenges may signal changes for the particular company. While AI has been in development and application for years, it is continually pushing boundaries and developing new products that are in the introduction stages of the PLC. Amid dozens of new products, even autonomous vehicles are very much in a developmental or introductory stage in the market, as their products are still being tested and adopted by market consumers.